Welcome to this special 4-part mini-series celebrating the Novus Book Launch, Nutrition and Production Strategies for Today's Sows. This series features exclusive conversations recorded live in Omaha, Nebraska, highlighting the expert behind Novus's newest industry resource. Building on the foundation of nutrition of hyperlithic sows, this new volume continues Novus's international commitment to advancing education, science, and collaboration in animal nutrition. Each episode explores a key topic sharing the future of sow production, from nutrition and reproduction to longevity, livability, and health. Across these interviews, you will hear from respected global leaders who have dedicated their careers to helping producers and nutritionists raise healthier, more resilient sows. Let's begin this journey of innovation, insight, and impact together.
My work is in swine breeding, so it's kind of a blend of genetics and reproductive management. And so I would argue that we use reproduction to leverage the genetic power. And so I look for opportunities there. And so through the years, I've looked at a lot of gilt development work. I've looked at different, when we were weaning really short periods of time, we looked at effects of lactation length and how to mitigate the challenges that presented. And kind of fast forward 25 years or so, last 10 years, last 15 years maybe, it's mostly been heat stress. Really a lot of work in the heat stress area, and particularly on the sow. Varies by farm, but we know the seasonality of reproduction. So farrowing rates go down, pregnancy rates go down, expression of estrus is less normal, age of puberty is delayed, cycles become irregular. When we look at the boar, sperm production goes down, sperm quality goes down, it can be for several weeks. And really a lot of the work we've done in the last 10 years is looked at impacts of heat stress on the fetus. And so we followed those pigs whose mother was heat stressed during pregnancy and looked at, and they're different. They grow differently, they have different body composition, they have different reproductive performance. They're just a different animal.
Yeah, I always joke to say that my mom was heat stressed and that's why I'm short and chubby.
Wow.
So
That's a good question. So if we focus on heat stress, I'll tell you when we started, the first time that we wanted to do something on a commercial farm, I reached out to a farm that I've worked with a lot since I've been at Mizzou, and they were willing, at the time, I think they were about a 1,200 sow farm, and they were willing to have us, and I said, okay, just so that I know kind of benchmarks, how much does your farrowing rate typically drop in the summer? They said about 2%. So, well, you're probably not a good farm then to look at the effects of heat stress. And so if I have a really short time, I will say we can manage heat stress by doing everything right every day. That's easy to say, right? And what does that mean? So it means that we have sows in good body condition. It means that whatever our cooling mechanisms are maintained and adjusted properly to provide the best environment possible. We may use different feeding strategies. And then it's just recognizing when sows need attention. So I would say the easiest things to do on most farms is to fix whatever you have. So I'm in barns with evaporative cool cells where the cool pads aren't fully wetted, right? They're too clogged up with minerals, and so the water doesn't disperse. So then we're not taking advantage of that surface area. I've been in farms that use drip coolers for sows. And in Missouri in particular, we have hard water, and I know they do in other states. Those drippers get plugged up. And so if we want half a gallon to a gallon an hour to drip, and it's not dripping and I watch it for 5 minutes, we just have to manage what we have. Make sure that our our nipple waters are flowing at least a quart a minute or a liter a minute. Hopefully it's cool water, right? And so it's really just those everyday maintenance things on the cooling systems we have is probably the first step that every farm should do. I'd argue we've made it worse. Okay, so we've selected a sow that ovulates more, gestates more, lactates more, raises more. We've selected a pig that grows faster with more lean muscle. Everything we've done to our animals genetically has made them more efficient and more productive, which means higher metabolic rate, which generates heat. And so they are a bigger challenge, quite frankly, than the pigs of yore.